Hey everybody, it's Stevie Evie here. I think last week I made a small little story about how I used to play Gem Knights, and I did really bad with the deck. Well, that changed a while back ago, and I stopped playing the deck, and I just recently started it back up again because if you can play with this deck and if you can successfully kill your opponent turn one, then this deck is still pretty good. And Brilliant Fusion being banned, everyone thought that that was the be-all end-all of the deck. Well, it's not actually, as a lot of people have seen recently with like the new YCS. There's a guy who managed to pull off the FTK in feature match. So without further ado, we're just going to get into the list. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys do watch, please comment, rate, subscribe, like. So we start with our starter, 3 Rescue Rabbit. Next, we got 3 of Lapis, our normal monster, and our other normal monster we run 3 copies of is Sapphire. These are all pretty standard cards for the deck for the most part. 3 Lazuli. When this goes to the graveyard by a card effect, you get a free Gem Knight back from your graveyard. So you just pretty much just reuse that card over and over again. 2, 3 Obsidian. When this card goes to the graveyard by a card effect or just goes to the graveyard in general from the hand, you get to special summon a Gem Knight from your graveyard. They all have to be normal monsters for the 2 of those different monsters. 2 of Rose. I'm trying to get a third one. This is an amazing card, amazing starter card, just is overall just an amazing card. 1 of Armadillo, it's a Stratos when you normal summon it for a Gem Knight monster. And the powerhouse of the deck, this is the reason why the deck is broken, is Block Dragon. When it goes to the graveyard, by any means, and when it goes to the graveyard general, you get to search for 3 rocks, but they must equal level 8. So you can search himself, or you can search the Gem Knight monsters themselves. For our starter, or for our extender cards or starters, we run 3 Unexpected Die. For our hand trap killers, we run 3 Called By. And then we run our most important spell. Everyone thinks Brilliant Fusion was the problem. This is really the problem with the game. 3 Gem Knight Fusion. Just keep recycling it over as long as you have a Gem Knight in graveyard. For our draw cards, we run 2 Popper Up. I might bump this up to 3 depending on what ends up happening over the next coming weeks. So we also run 1 Desires, because I think honestly 1 Desires isn't too much. I think that it's just necessary. 1 copy of Foolish Burial to get your Block Dragon in graveyard. 1 Reasoning. These are the one-offs, basically. Just to potentially either pass through the Block Dragon to try and get the card you need. Or in some cases, just, try and see what something that you're missing for your combo. 1 Into the Void. Just another card to potentially get your combo going. 1 Monster Gate. I saw this Saturday, and I managed to mill through, I think, a Block Dragon and a Gem Knight Fusion, which was so good because that essentially made my FTK live. 1 for 1, just a really good card. 1 Monster Reborn, and 1 copy of the 1 of Magical Midfield Breaker. So that's it for the main deck. Onto the extra deck. It's fairly quick. 2 copies of our Burn Chick, Lady Lapis. When this card is on the field, you get to burn for 500 for each special summon monster on the field, and essentially you just send herself, and you you copy it with another monster in this deck. Zirconia, 1 of that. 1 of Amethyst, a good card to out your opponent's back row. 1 copy of Seraphonite. Some of these are just different types to get you to your other monster. This is the copy card that essentially lets you FTK your opponent. He'll copy, I want to say, Lady Lapis twice. This gets you to Master Diamond in some cases. It lone fires off a Gem Knight card or a Gem Knight monster on your side of the field to summon a Gem Knight from the deck for free. 1 Link Spider, just another card to get you to your Curious play. Another card that we're going to be featuring in a few seconds. Secure Garden, another card that actually helps you get a free draw in some cases. If you haven't had the FTK at the time, you would have it from that point. And 2 copies of the Broken Link Monster. This is the card that put our deck back on the map. Phantom Quartz, when it's summoned, you get to search for a free Gem Knight card. So you'll search for Fusion and you pay 1,000 to recycle stuff back from either the banished or the graveyard to shuffle it back to fusion from either the graveyard or the banished zone. Curious, if you don't have your block dragon, you get your block dragon. Cyframe Lord Lambda. This card actually saved me, I think, round 3 of one of my round 3 of one of my matches. He was playing Necros, and what happened? I played I think I summoned like a Link Spider or something like that, and he solemned it. So he was down to 4k, and somehow I managed to bring out Lambda, and I also brought out Block Dragon to hit him exactly just over a game. So if you've ever questioned why to run Lambda in some cases, it does give you more damage to kill your opponent if you don't have the ability to OTK your opponent, or in some cases FTK, but I OTK'd him because of the Solemn. Nightmare Phoenix, without this card, we wouldn't have the FTK. I mean, we would, it just wouldn't be as good. One Cross Sheep, this card is just too broken, and it serves its right for being the most expensive card in, what's this set called? Ignition Assault. So, just an amazing broken card. And then we'll go on to the side deck. This is what I played at my local. I did get first place, by the way, if you were maybe interested in how this exactly tested, because I'm testing this after the ban list, and it did really well. 3 evenly matched. I didn't really see it. 3 Book of Eclipse. I didn't see this when I did cite it in. Droll and Lockbird. I did see this against Necros, and that's actually the reason why he lost, because he drew and he couldn't do anything else. 3 copies of Mystic Mine. Didn't see this, but if I would have, it probably would have been good. 1 Red Reboot. Didn't see this at all, but I didn't cite this for any reason. 1 Regeki and 1 Lightning Storm. Didn't see these at all. So that's pretty much it. That's the deck. I think that if we don't do, fair warning, I am missing, I'm missing drag downs, and I think a 3rd Rose and some other stuff. But we'll see how it goes over the next coming week. I'm going to cut this because we only have a limited amount of time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stevie Evie, out.